Well, welcome to this month's Something Artsy. I'm Lisa, and on behalf of State Street Theater, we thank you for watching us today. Each month, we bring you a lineup of presenters on what is going on in the New Ulm area. And Something Artsy is produced by State Street Theater in collaboration with New Ulm Area Access Cable Television, whose filming of this show really makes it possible. State Street is grateful to the City of New Ulm for partnering with us. We'd also like to thank the New Ulm Area Foundation, Prairie Lakes Regional Arts Council, and Minnesota State Arts Boards, and the taxpayers of Minnesota who provide grant funding through the Legacy Fund. We have a great lineup this month, and so we've got Sarah Warmka joining us with the Chamber first of all. So it's always fun to find out what's going on at the Chamber. And again, you would think that March would be a quiet month. It's not at all.
No.
Okay, so something that's new is the Powerful Minds Book Club.
Yeah. So Randy Horsch from Field Graphics approached us, I think December maybe of last year, about having a book club that focuses on leadership and professional development type of books, right? Like self-improvement kind of books, to make better leaders. And so obviously, great fit. We're happy to help support that however we can. And so they've now actually they just had their second meeting. So March will be their third meeting, but people can join at any time. The book that they're reading for March, I think, is The Atomic Mind. But there's more information at newulm.com, and you can reach out to Randy and the Chamber, and we can give you all the information about when the meetings are and how they're held. There's also a virtual option to attend them as well.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, but no cost. It's free to everyone.
Wow.
It's not even limited to Chamber members. It's just free for anyone who wants more professional development and to become a better leader.
Okay, and the next meeting is Thursday, March 21st at 7 o'clock. But if you go on your website, Randy's email address is right there. So they should contact Randy, right?
They should contact Randy. Yep, that's it.
Next, my favorite. The 2024 Home Health and Recreation Show.
Isn't that fun?
I love it.
It's such a fun event. Yeah, so we're bringing recreation into the mix this year, and registrations have been coming in really strong, and so that's exciting. Also, we already have more booths sold than last year, which is really fun to see. So yeah, adding some recreation, but any home improvement projects, any gardening, any radon solutions, roofing, and recreation things too, entertainment and outdoor recreation and just everything you can imagine. Realtors, of course.
We are there.
Yes.
But the fun part is that even though this winter has been really, really mild, it's still nice just to go out. Yeah. It's free, which is incredible because if you listen to like Minneapolis or the Mankato, they all cost. This one is free. You walk around and you see your neighbors. Like it's like, oh, you're still here, So it's wonderful. It's great.
It is great.
Oh, it's
neighbors and all these businesses that are there, and they have booths, highlighting their latest things that they have to offer, which is really great too. Lots of promo, free items, which is really fun. And then we're also giving away $500 in Chamber dollars. So it's you can just enter to win some Chamber dollars.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. And there's going to be food, so the soccer club will have food too.
Oh,
so
good.
come and eat while you're there too. There's also going to be the Rev coffee truck will be there, having nice coffees, and it's going to be fun.
Well, and if nothing else, if you're a business owner, and if you don't have a booth yet, get one because it's just a great way to meet up with past clients.
Right. Yeah.
You might not sell them a house this month, but doggone, it's nice to be able to say, hey, how are you doing? So that's
nice.
Wonderful. So that is March 22nd, 23rd.
Yep.
So
Friday and Saturday. Correct.
So great.
Yes. And
Wonderful.
I just wanted to say one more thing about that, just so everyone knows. So all the vendors that are there paying booth rental to be there, all those funds go to the New Ulm Business and Retail Association.
Right.
So after expenses, anything they raise, they just spend on marketing New Ulm. It doesn't come to the Chamber's budget. It's just spent on promoting our town. So it's pretty cool.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So that is wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the 17th Annual Career Expo, which dates me. This actually came out of a Blandon retreat that we had 18 years ago that I was at, which Blandon was, if you ever have a chance to go to a Blandon getaway, it's wonderful. Yeah. But so 17 years it's been. So now it's for 8th and 10th graders.
That's right.
So do you have a lot of schools involved?
We do, yeah, because it's not just the New Ulm area schools too. We invite schools from all over the area. We've got GFW and Springfield and Sleepy Eye. They all come as well. What's really fun this year is that we're partnering with the city, and it's going to be at the Civic Center. So the last couple of years it's been at the high school, which is great. But now that it's at the Civic Center with the big overhead doors, then we can have more, big trucks and just different stimulators and the climbing wall from National Guard. Just different things that we couldn't necessarily have
Right.
at the high school. So we're excited that the city is not charging us to have the event there. And it's just a really great way for our students to explore all the career opportunities right here in our region.
Opens their eyes a little bit to what we all have here.
Right.
Yes.
And then things even like, like it's not just about selling houses, right? Like there's also marketing and there's, on all these
yes.
things,
Yeah.
like Christensen Farms. It's not just about raising pigs. I mean, there's policy and there's
the science
all
behind
of the
it,
things.
everything. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, very
that's
fun.
right. That's right. Okay, so that is for our 8th and 10th graders. The chamber's involved, and that's Wednesday, March 27th during the school day. So that'll be fun. That's a
It'll be very fun.
great outreach.
Yeah.
And then my hometown.
Yeah, isn't this fun?
Yes.
So a TV station in North Dakota, they do this TV series called My Hometown where they spend an hour-long show and they focus it on a different community. And they decided to focus it on New Ulm for one of their...
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they? They're actually doing 2 episodes, one on Sleepy Eye and then
Okay,
one on New Ulm,
good.
which is really fun that Sleepy
Neat.
Eye is involved too because
Yes,
that's a great
absolutely.
community
Yes,
too.
it is.
So actually, they just came and did filming. We just filmed yesterday at Black Frost. We did the interviews there, and then they're all around town today and through the week to do filming. And then they're going to put together this wonderful hour-long show about New Ulm.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really fun is that we're partnering with State Street Theater.
Mm-hmm.
They see the value in this to have a collaborative effort, and so they're not charging us to have the event there. So we're going to have a free screening of this show on March 27th. Before it even airs, so
Oh,
like
cool. Oh,
world
good.
premiere, right?
Okay.
And the one of the hosts of the show will be at the premiere,
Oh,
and she'll
cool.
be
Okay.
after we watch the show, she'll do Q&A and kind of talk about the experience as well. So family friendly. Yes. So sorry, did we say the date? March 27th.
At 6 o'clock.
Doors open at 6, and then the interior doors open at 6:30 when you can find your seats, and then the show will actually start at 7 o'clock.
And concessions will be available.
Yeah,
yes,
so bring your
yes,
family or
exactly.
just bring some
Yes.
friends. And
again,
it
it's
should
a
be fun.
free showing, so that'll be fun. Yeah.
And then it does air on April 10th. So if you can't make
Okay.
it, after April 10th, it's going to be on NewCat and KUIC and some other channels as well
neat.
as online.
Okay.
So if you can't make that world premiere event on March 27th, you'll still be able to watch the show.
All right, sounds good. All right, and then you've got one more exciting thing to tell us.
Yeah, we just learned this morning that we are one of 16 finalists for Strongest Towns in America. It's the 2024 Strongest Towns competition. So we applied for that through the Chamber Board, and so we were chosen as one of 16.
One of 16.
Pretty
We're the Sweet
amazing.
16, okay.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Okay, now what do we need to do?
So now what do we need to do? We need to vote. So
Okay.
starting in March, then through the month of March and into April, we'll be voting. So they'll narrow it down to actually there's a strong streets, a safe streets kind of competition that's a little bit separate from it, but part of the overall competition. And then they'll be narrowing down the 16 to 8, right? Then the elite 8. Then if we make that, then there's another round of voting, and then they'll select the top 4. And if we make that, then there's another round of voting, and then hopefully then they'll announce the strongest town on April 15th.
So you'll have it on Facebook where we can
Yes.
vote, and if you don't like them on Facebook, you have to, because you're always
a lot.
touting what's going on and pictures of
Yeah.
what's happened,
Yeah.
and it's really you've got a great presence, so that's cool.
Good,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
And I'm sure the Journal will cover it in KNJ
Yes.
and
Yes.
all that.
That'll
so
be fun.
Stay tuned for sure.
Yes, that's exciting.
Yeah, very
I wonder
fun.
how many awards New Ulm has won, so that's really neat. That's really cool.
We keep track of some of the accolades
you?
on
Okay.
our website. If you go to the Grow page and then the relocation section, there's
Okay.
a bunch
Oh,
of
sure, yeah.
articles and links to how great our town is.
That's right. Okay, so a busy month for March.
Yes, definitely.
And then you're actually gearing up for
Right, tourism?
For tourism,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. April is when we'll start. We have a tourism lunch, and we'll recognize Terry Sweeney
Good,
as our
okay.
tourism person of the year.
That'll be in April? Okay, okay, all
and
right.
Just so much more
Okay.
happening.
And a shout out, the annual chamber meeting was this last month and
Yeah.
in February, and it was it was really a fun
fun,
night. It
yeah.
really was.
Yeah,
And
good.
kudos to GSM and Becky Bakes as the business winner. So that was really fun to be there.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're meeting soon too to decide if they want to have some sort of event or something. So,
Right.
so stay tuned.
Okay, sounds great.
Good.
All right, well, thank you,
Thank
Sarah.
you.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we've got Jody Marty with us. She is a board member of State Street Theater, and she is also a phenomenal person on our events committee. So first of all, let's talk about February. February was a busy month at State Street Theater.
Yes,
was
it
fun.
was.
It was a fun month.
We had our whole theater has been transformed. It's been a 2-year project, and it's finally done. We redid the seating. Everybody was tired of the 17-inch seats that nobody really fit in anymore. We've repainted the wainscoting, that it's a beautiful burgundy that matches the chairs, and we have carpeted the aisleways, and it's in the 1930s
This
and
is
40s
beautiful.
era, and it's just given new life to the theater, and it's just gorgeous. We had to redo the fire suppression system in it also. Of course, you have to keep up with all that. And if anybody's ever sat upstairs, there were never really any railings going up and down the stairs. We fixed that. We put railings up there so it's safe for everyone to go up and down the stairs. We put lighting on the seat ends as you go in so that you
That's
can.
beautiful.
Yeah, so there's been some really, really nice improvements that will help the public and are also safety features. The bathrooms.
yes.
This was a junior high, and everything is geared for little people. And we took one of the bathrooms and made it into a ADA child unisex type bathroom, which is wonderful. And eventually we will be switching the men's and the ladies and giving the ladies a little bit more room in theirs too. So that's a project that's in the works just right now, but it will be coming soon.
Yes, it was. I was just there the other day, and it is a mess of cement dust, but it'll be great because the men's bathroom was actually bigger than the ladies for whatever reason, and so now we'll actually have more stalls for the ladies.
Yes.
But it'll be interesting because since 1939, the men have been on that hall and the women on this. So it's going to be
be a little
interesting.
directing people to
It's
get
gonna
them
be
to
a
go
lot
the
of
right way.
yeah.
Otherwise,
exactly.
it might be
It'd be
kinda
very
interesting.
interesting. Wait a second, that was the men's bathroom. Yes, it was for
Let me
almost
see, what else did we
75
do?
years.
We also changed the parking lot. We needed an ADA where it was easier for people to get in and out. And our little parking lot in the back, we've made it a one-way, so you can come in and drop someone off that maybe needs assistance to getting to the door. And that's another great improvement too.
It is nice, yes. Okay, so where did all this money come from? Let's talk about this big capital campaign. We were both on the capital campaign committee that we met quite often, and
Yep.
yes.
Again, 2-year project, but
Mhm.
the last capital campaign was when they had to separate the utilities. What was it, when the Emerson Union Apartments were developed.
Mhm.
So they had to do that separation, and that was approximately, $350 that they had to raise to do that. This current campaign was approximately $700,000, of which we've raised. Thank goodness this community is just fabulous when it comes to
Right.
that. We're a little short, we're about $70,000 short, which we're gonna use to fix the steps, which are concrete, which in Minnesota don't last very long.
Right.
And there's a couple other things that we have to do, but I have to really sincerely thank the Mickelson Media Foundation, Roger and Carol Ryberg Trust, Carl and Verna Schmidt Foundation, and the New Ulm Area Foundation. They were huge donators that helped to make this happen, but we cannot by any means downplay someone that gave $5, $10, $50, because it all adds up. And it
does.
just goes to show that everyone wants this to continue, and this gives them ownership in it when they contribute
Right.
like that. So we thank everybody that was a part of this.
Yeah, it was neat. So we had, middle of February, we had our first event, and it was a donor appreciation. We're gonna be having an open house for the public
Yes.
coming up at some point also, that's in
Right.
the works. Then February 10th was our first event there, and that was Chase Innovation. It was a Prince tribute, and over 300 people came to that, and the music was really, really great. It was wonderful. And then a few Saturdays ago, we had Jolly Pops, which was a children's music and entertainment show. And what was great about this was that the New Ulm Optimist Club and the Early Childhood Family Education, ECFE, provided some grants, making it possible for State Street to offer free tickets to anyone, any kids under the age of 12, which was great. And we love to be able to collaborate with other groups in New Ulm, so that was really fun. So now, you can see
Tiki
Jody is
time,
ready.
tiki time.
Tiki time, we are ready.
We've done galas in the past, and everybody does galas, and they're fancy schmancy, and everybody wears beautiful long dresses, and spends a lot of money.
And a lot of spanks and everything
Yeah,
else that goes with it.
And a couple years ago, we decided that coming out of COVID, everybody just needed to lighten up and needed to laugh more. So we changed our whole thought process on our galas. Last year, we did a 50s, and it was a
fun.
riot.
It was
People
fun.
loved that music and came out dressed up and danced, and it was just fun. And this year, it is Tiki time, and the theme is flip-flops, Hawaiian tops, and it's Tiki time. And it is going to be on, oh Lord, Saturday, March 9th.
Right.
And we are doing a couple things that are really different. We are having a pre-dinner entertainment, and it's Johnny Pineapple and his entourage, including a hula dancer, which we hope to have participation in the audience.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
So it's a not so formal thing. Hawaiian shirts. If you don't have them, it's casual. We just want people to come.
Just get a
and have
wild colored t-shirt. Just
Yep,
an orange
and come.
t-shirt is, you're good. You're good.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be anything. Blue jeans and a t-shirt. It's
Right.
nothing.
There's a luau type buffet dinner. Joe Meidel, wonderful Joe Meidel, is going to be our auctioneer. And
Now, the good thing is that Joe just got his first knee replaced.
I know.
So he is going to be so ready to do the hula dancing.
He just got back from Hawaii
Exactly.
too a
So
little while
he-
ago. So I told him,
exactly.
you're going to have to show us
He
how
is
this
gonna be
works.
good.
Yeah. And we're going to have some auction items, one of which is a 2-night stay in Duluth. And that was donated by a fellow board member. And there's just lots of really, really wonderful items. We really hope people come and appreciate just getting out and have a good time. And after the dinner and the hula dancer and the auction, we are going to also have something new again. We're going to do a dessert auction. So we're having all these fabulous desserts made by local wonderful bakers. And you can buy a dessert for your table, or you can buy a dessert for yourself, or you can buy a dessert to take home. So that's something that we're going to try this year. And when that's all done, it's Dancing to Bob and the Beachcombers, which beach music, so it should be fun.
It'll be fun. It'll
Cost is $75. If you want to take a table of 8, it is discounted. Just call the theater.
Right. It'll be a fun night. And Jody and our events committee just make the theme. I mean, last year at the 50s, it was beautiful, and I can't wait for this one. This is
Yeah.
going to be
It's big fun. I have
Yeah.
a great group of ladies, and we just, it's fun.
you have fun doing
Yep.
it also. So
We're the fun people.
You are the fun people. All right, so just call the State Street Theater at 359-9990 if you want any more information. If you'd like to reserve a spot, that would be wonderful. So that's our big fundraiser for the year. So we need you to come. So any other exciting things happening?
Yes, we're having another show, Billy and Elton John tribute show.
Can't wait.
This is a totally different show than before. They are going to be here on Saturday, March 23rd. Tickets are $30 in advance, $35 at the door. Again, you can call the chamber or the theater for those. And then the community theater group, which operates out of State Street Theater, is having a play, Whodunit and Why, I think it is. But it's going to be April 12th through the 14th, and it's directed by very talented Wendy Tuttle. And they've been practicing and practicing, so I'm sure
Yes.
it'll be wonderful.
They're building sets as we speak.
Yes,
and
yes. There's also going to be a Chicago tribute concert by Transit Authority. There is another play coming, one by the Minnesota Valley Lutheran High School.
And they always do a really good job. Yeah.
And there's a Beatle tribute concert coming again. New Ulm Community Concert is sponsoring that. A Garth Brooks tribute show.
May 4th, put it on your calendars now.
And then our July big musical will be Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which will be
Right.
awesome. Can't wait for that one.
Yeah, that's
Dan
gonna
Kalk
be
and
fun.
his bookings committee have just come up with some fabulous things, and there's more in the works. that
There
we-
is. There's
yeah,
really some fun
yeah,
stuff
it'll be fun.
coming up. So it's exciting time with the theater. Anything else?
Yes, I just wanted to say the lights have been out in the theater for 2 months, and there's been a lot of work, a lot of transition done, and we really need you to come and see the new, shiny State Street Theater. And it is alive and well. There are things
right.
that appeal to every age group, every genre, and you just, if you've never been there, if you didn't think, oh, that's not for me, there's something for everybody. We have a whole different range of things that we're offering.
And if you think of something that you want, just reach out to a board member and just let us know, because
Yep.
we're always
Open
looking
to
for
all,
ideas.
I mean, look at this. And again, I just want to thank the community for all the support that they've given. We couldn't do all this without them. And just thank you for your support. Come to the events. We appreciate everything you do.
Right. All right. Thank you, Jody.
You bet.
We'll be
Thank
right
you.
back. Welcome back. We've got Crystal Fleck here from ISD 88 Community Ed, and I was just telling her she's got a lot of stuff going on. When I went through the calendar last night, March is really a busy, busy month.
Yep.
And then you're going to start gearing up for the next session, right?
Yep, the next
Okay.
brochure is due March 18th.
Oh my goodness.
So it'll be in the, I think it's March 30th for the journal, and the shopper's like April 2nd.
Okay, and that'll be the summer activities already?
Yep, that'll start
Wow.
late April through May through all the way through the summer.
Oh my goodness.
So that's usually pretty packed with a lot of youth, you know, things since school's
Keep 'em
out.
busy.
So keep them busy, yeah.
Keep them busy, that's right. Okay, so what do we all have going on this month?
So first I'll start with the youth. We have a messy art coming up this April 6th. It's kind of just, it's for 5 and up. It's just a fun little thing where they come and use their imagination and be creative, you know, get messy with fun art things. That's from 10 to 11:30, and that's on a Saturday.
Okay.
So that's filling up. So if you would like to have somebody, you know, one of your grandkids or children sign up for that, be sure to get a hold of me. And then we are doing something new. We used to do Prairie Fire, and Sheldon used to do that, but we haven't done it the last 2 summers. And Prairie Fire actually kind of is gone now. So there's
And that's
an-
a children's theater thing, right?
Yep,
Okay,
children's theater.
yes.
So now the new thing is the storybook theater. I brought that on this summer. We're doing Rapunzel. So it's a week long. It's $25, and it's basically Monday through Friday. Friday night, and then Saturday we have a matinee. So
Okay.
you know, you can bring grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles,
sounds
brothers and
fun.
sisters to come watch. It's July 8th through the 12th. Each kid will get a part, no matter what. Some have, you know, the main parts. Otherwise, every single child will have something to do on the stage. You'll be there about 8 to 12:15 for rehearsals, and bring a snack and a water bottle.
Right.
It's at the middle school, so that's kind of fun. That'll be new this summer.
You know, it's almost like years ago, like when my girls were young, they had children's theater, and that was through Park and Rec also. So this is going to be just great. It's a great, it's something different to do, and yeah, it's going to be a fun week
So
for
Healthy
them.
Community, Healthy Youth,
Okay.
which you are probably familiar
Yeah.
with, is kind of no longer there.
Right.
So we took it over, and we'll see, you know, anybody that was in it in Prairie Fire can
That's great.
expect the same thing.
So does the storybook people come here and take? They're the ones that are directing it and producing it and everything too. So
Yeah.
okay.
So they have 2 people come, and it's basically teaching you the parts all week long, and then we'll have 2 shows.
That's fantastic.
So-
Good.
And then I just wanted to kind of talk about the new one we have. It's cookie decorating. It's been a huge hit. My classes were filling up. We do kids and adults. The last one is on the 29th, so it's next Thursday.
Okay.
So if you want to sign up, let me know. There's still room, and that's just a kid one.
Okay.
The adult ones are kind of over.
Okay.
But I will be offering it again this summer. So
Okay,
be
the
on the
cookie
lookout.
decorating.
Cookie
Okay.
decorating.
Oh,
So
fun.
basically, the cookies are done. It's just the fancy icing. You know, she brings everything. It's, I think, $25 per person.
Okay.
You get to take home 3 or 4 cookies that you
Oh,
decorated
neat.
yourself.
Okay.
So that's been the newest big
The
hit
fun thing.
that
Yes.
everyone's loving.
And then you've got the Intro to the Power of Story online class.
Yep, so that's kind of a fun new class. I got a couple new online classes that we're just trying out. That's one of them. You know, it's best if, it's kind of a lot of detail, so it'd be best if you would just go onto the website and check it out.
Right.
You can go on to the newalm.eleo, ELEYO.com, and he has a couple of them, 2 more coming this spring yet, and you can check it out, just read about it. It's very interesting, you know, it's something new, we're gonna try it. and-
Right, so it's always on a Thursday, and it's gonna be March 7th, March 14th, and the 21st from 6 to 7:30. And
Yep.
so you go to all three
All
of
three of them.
it's online, so you're gonna go to all three of those classes, okay?
Yep, so there's like 3 classes in that one session.
Okay, oh, neat,
So-
okay. It sounds really, really
Uh-huh.
neat, but yeah, their website also is fantastic, so. And then you've got the babysitter.
Yep, the
Which is
babysitting,
which is great.
which is a hit.
Yes.
And then Home Alone, so that is
Okay.
March 2nd, so it's kind of coming up.
Yes,
But that would be something to sign up for as well, if you could just go online or call me.
especially if
at-
you're thinking of your kids staying home alone this summer.
Right.
It would be great, and that's geared for third graders and up.
Third graders
Okay.
and up. I got some new genealogy class, so
I
that's
know, I saw
kind of
that.
interesting.
Yes, yes.
That was a hit. We had one in February and 4 people signed up.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 more coming up. Actually, we have 3 more. So one will be in March 25th, April 16th, and then May 2nd. They're all kind of, one's the intro and one's, the intermediate. It's just,
What
it's not
happens if
like-
I miss the intro? Can I jump in?
you can jump in.
Okay.
Yes, that'll be just fine. So that is online as well. That's
It's
5:30 to
just neat, it's
6:30
how
to
to
7:30.
find you can search the family search catalog, and yeah.
It's almost
it
kind of
looked
like an
really good.
ancestry.
Yes,
So I
yes.
think that would be kind of fun.
But there's a lot of that is free online, like that family search is free, so that's gonna be really interesting to find out.
Yep.
And then, 5 powerful techniques to embrace positive thinking.
Yes.
And that's an online class too, right?
Nope, that's in
In
person.
person, okay.
And that's quite a few
Oh my
sessions.
goodness, yes.
So, they have it for 5th through 8th graders, and then they have the high schoolers, and then they also have, for
And that's
adults,
been
for the
ongoing.
parents. Yes,
Yeah,
that's been
okay.
ongoing.
And then you've got yoga.
Yoga is always a hit. Yep,
It is,
we have
okay,
yoga.
okay. And that's for adults,
Yep.
okay? And then Shutterfly, do more with your digital prints. And how
Yeah.
many of us don't have all of our prints on our?
Unfortunately, this one, we had the instructor resigned.
Oh, no.
She has a lot, her daughter just had twins, and so she's
Okay,
kind of
she's a little bit
playing
busy
the
right now.
balancing act,
That's
so
right.
unfortunately
Okay,
that
so-
one
so
is,
Don't do that one.
don't do that
Okay,
one.
Okay.
but
All
I do
right.
have a couple other, I have a health one, to talk about diabetes, that's online. I have a practical computer class for the older adults, which is coming
Good.
up, April 23rd. I have one on dementia, that's a $5 thing, it's great, it comes
Mm-hmm.
from the Alzheimer's website, it's all,
And those are online at
All
any
online.
time? Okay.
yep, April 15th.
April 15th, that one is, okay.
And then
okay.
Social Security, which is with Mark Santelman, that is online, that is in person, March 21st.
Okay,
So, like I said, I suggest you go to the website. There's so many things on the website. Our school website is newalm.k12.mn.us. And then to actually register and to see my brochure, it is newalm.ce.eleyo.com. And then just one, I want to kind of touch on the Till Death Do Us Part. That is at the Plymouth Playhouse, so that's new. I've never done a trip there, so
okay.
this is kind of fun. It's May 17th, we have people signing up. We get lunch, it's kind of a buffet, all you can eat kind of.
Okay.
Get lunch, and then you get to enjoy the show, and I hear they're pretty funny, so.
okay, till death do us part, I think I
Till
have,
Beth do us part.
Okay, okay.
The Plymouth Playhouse.
Oh, that's fun, May
airing.
17th.
May
So it's a bus
17th.
ride and food and
Yeah,
theater.
we'll take a coach bus up there. I'm kind of pushing for that because we got to get at least 40 people on the bus.
Right.
I think I have 15 right now.
Already? And,
Yeah.
okay, so sign up for that one, that one sounds
Sign
really
up,
good.
sign
Yes.
up.
All right, there's always things going on in your
Yes.
office.
Yes, and then just like I said, watch out for the summer programming. It'll be here soon before you know it.
Right, exactly, just, yeah. All right, well, thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming,
Yeah,
Crystal. All
thank
right,
you.
we'll be right back. Welcome now to Leroy Harris. He is the Program and Technology Services Librarian at the New Ulm Public Library. And we love having Leroy because it is always busy upstairs.
Yes.
So, always busy. So what's all going on?
Well, Lisa, we got lots of great things happening in March. In the children's room, Storytime is going to take a break the first week of March,
Okay.
but it'll come back that second week. So regular Storytime, of course, Monday mornings at 10:30, and then Pajama Party Storytime Wednesday evenings at 6:30. And then we've got our different age group events that we have. So there's the Creative Kids and the Wacky Wonders. You can find the details for those on the library's website, newulmlibrary.org, and you can also register for those because Miss Catherine needs to know for materials and whatnot. And then there's the Anime Club, which meets monthly now for the teenagers. You don't have to register for that. Drop in after school. It's going to be on Tuesday, March 5th at 4 p.m. So come in, watch some anime, eat some tasty Japanese snacks, and just have a good time. The No School Afternoon movie that the children's room puts on is going to be Zootopia in March. And so that'll be Friday, March 8th at 2 o'clock up in the children's room. Bring your own water and we'll provide the popcorn.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and then our monthly Friday special story time is going to be Friday, March 15th at 10. And then we now have our sensory play times as well that we do, one during the morning and one during the evening. And those you want to register for as well by going through the website, or you can always call the library as well to register for events, and we'll get it all put in for you. But the morning sensory playtime is going to be on Thursday, March 28th at 10 a.m., so more towards the end of the month. And our evening sensory playtime is going to be on Tuesday, March 19th, at 6 p.m. And so those are all of our regular kids programs now.
That's just the regular stuff.
But March also sees the birthday of Wanda Gog.
Yes.
And so they're going to do their annual Wanda Gog birthday celebration here at the library. They're going to be down here in the meeting room this year.
Okay.
And that'll be on Saturday, March 16th at 1 p.m. And so
Okay.
they're gonna read a book by Wanda. They're going to make a craft, play games, and eat a snack. So
That's always a
should be
fun.
a
Yeah,
lot of
and
fun.
you guys have done this for so many years between you and Wandagog Association. It's just wonderful that, yeah.
Yeah, we always enjoy it. And if you're interested in Wanda's art or in her books, we have some in our archive.
Oh.
And so some of them are on loan to the city hall. There we go,
Okay.
to City Hall. But we have a number of her books in our archive. And there are some in the regular circulating collection, but we have other ones as well that you can look at or even check out.
Oh, cool.
So
That's neat.
You can search for those. On the adult side of things, our memory lab has been really busy the last couple months. Lots of people coming in to digitize VHS tapes and transfer things onto DVD or to a flash drive. And so that's been really fun to see it busy. It's always exciting. And our 3D printer, of course, is always available if you want it. We've had some neat requests in the last couple months as well there.
What is the cost again on if you want to convert a movie to something else?
Free.
Did you hear that?
If you look up that kind of service
Yes.
online or something, you're looking at hundreds of dollars
Yes,
easily.
I did this probably about 10, 15 years ago, and it's expensive. So offering this free is really,
Yeah.
take advantage of it.
And
Absolutely.
it's a self-serve station. We're not going to do it for you, but we will train you on the equipment and provide you with support to do it. And I've had people that have said, I'm not good with computers at all, and all it takes is a bit of practice, and they were able to do it. We had some people have over 20 VHS tapes in their projects, and they were pros by the end of it. So,
Right, just takes time.
mhm,
Yep.
exactly. Our art exhibit is still here because our artist hasn't come and picked it up yet. So if you hadn't had the chance to see it, please drop in and see that by Michael Weekman, the cardboard art. It's just fabulous. And our winter reading program finishes up at the end of February, so you'll still be able to turn in your tracking sheets and your pictures from this year's program through mid-March.
Mid-March, okay.
And then we'll be doing the prize drawings for the chamber bucks at that
Okay.
point. So look for that mid-March at that point. Our regular adult programs, of course, are going on. We've got our 3 book groups. Our Lit Wits Book Club is going to be discussing The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, children's classic. And so that'll be fun. That's the first Monday of the month at 6:30 in the evening. Our History Book Club is going to be meeting on the 3rd Tuesday of the month, and we're going to be discussing Minnesota Mysteries by Ben Welter. So he was a journalist for many years with the Minneapolis Star Tribune, and so it's a collection of old newspaper stories of just random weird things that have happened around the state over the years. So that'll be a lot of fun. And our Mystery Book Club meets on the last Monday of the month at 6:30, and they're going to be discussing Homecoming by Kate Morton. So that should be really good too. Our poetry group, of course, meets the second Monday of each month at 6:30. You don't have to write poems, you don't have to have your own poetry. You can just come and listen, or you can bring a couple poems that you like or that you found recently to share, and we just talk about them, and it's a lot of fun. But March is also when we start gearing up for National Poetry Month in April. So in the coming weeks, look for more information about when you'll be able to submit poems for our, now it's our 3rd annual New Ulm National Poetry Month celebration that we do in conjunction with the Grand Center for Arts and Culture and the Brown County Historical
So
Society.
start thinking about what you want to write.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yep. Of course, the New Ulm Film Society is continuing their series of courtroom dramas. We just watched The Accused in February, and in March we're going to be watching The Crucible from 1996.
Okay.
And then just one more in that series, and so hopefully in April I'll be able to tell you what the next series will be about.
Okay.
But on the subject of movies, in March we are starting a new senior movie matinee, which is going to be just about every Friday at 1 p.m.
Oh, neat.
And we're partnering with Cast for that. And of course, a big thanks to the Optimist Club, who sponsors our public performance license for us to be able to show movies here at the library.
So will it be down in the
Yep,
this room?
it'll be
Okay.
right down here in this
Okay.
room, and we're doing a theme of film through the decades, and so in March we're going to be watching films from the 1930s. The first one on Friday, March 1st, is going to be The Awful Truth. So some great classic movies, and they're going to move up each month a new decade.
Neat.
And then our genealogy club.
Do you have to, so back to that one, do you have to call in or just come?
Nope, just come.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, senior movie matinee. So of course, in partnership with Cast, is designed for our older patrons. But if you're able to come, we're not going to turn you away.
That's right.
But our genealogy club meets on the 3rd Thursday each month at 6:30 in the evening, and we're excited because Roots Tech, which is the world's largest international family history conference each year, is happening at the beginning of March. And so at our March meeting, we'll be able to look at some of the presentations that were given. There are hundreds of classes given each year, and they all get recorded now. One of the perks there from COVID, and they all get recorded now and are available for free on FamilySearch.org.
Okay.
Which is
Okay.
pretty exciting. So if you're interested in just getting started with family history, or sharing family stories with kids, or writing your own story, or how to preserve old photographs, or learning to research family history in a particular language or a particular country, they have lots of great classes
Okay.
that are available. And then we have our Civil War Roundtable. Our meeting in February was great. We had a local patron who brought in their personal collection of Civil War artifacts. And so we got to see and handle a few really cool objects from Civil War battlefields. And so we'll be going back to having our presentations in March for that. So yeah, we've got a lot going on.
You do have a lot going on. Getting back to the genealogy, I
Mm-hmm.
just signed up for a family search.
Oh.
And so I think having a group to be able to discuss, like, how did you find these things? Because it is a little overwhelming when you
It
first.
can be,
Yeah,
yes.
it's kind of like, oh, you just, so, great.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's primarily a support group, and we just meet together. We talk about new resources. We go through how to use different resources and find things. And people also bring their "I'm stuck" questions as well.
Okay.
And so we kind of pool the collective experience of the group. So we have people that are brand new to family history, as well as people that have been doing it for years.
Neat,
So.
that's neat. Well, always busy, always busy. So thank you, Leroy.
Yep, thanks for having me on.
Yes, absolutely. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We've got Amy Johnson here with Brown County Historical Society. She's the director there. And it turns out that March is really kind of it's a busy month at the museum also. So where do we want to start? Do we want to start, we'll give a shout out to Lauren?
Yes.
Okay. So she's going to be at CAST, which is, it's fun to see how different groups collaborate with other people. So Lauren from the museum is going to be talking about ice making down at
Yes.
CAST. And that's free and open to the public. And so it'll be at the CAST Senior Center at 600 North German on Thursday, March 14th at 1:30. I think it sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I did get a preview presentation. It's part of our senior living trunk program.
Okay.
So this year we've developed, Lauren McMacken, our programs coordinator, has developed 4 new programs to go we go to 12 different locations throughout the county. And yeah, so we were able to develop 4 new trunks this year.
Oh,
Trunks
fun.
/ presentations.
Yes.
And the ice harvesting, which originally was called Frozen February because it was in February, which is kind of ironic this year. But she's going to be
This-
out at CAST and giving this presentation as well. So
Right.
yeah.
Ice making was in my family, so that's neat. That's neat. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. What do you want to talk about next?
All right. Well, our big March program is coming up. It's called She Did What?
What?
What? And if you've been to any of the other ones, 2 years ago we did Tell Me More. And this last year was Tell Me More. But anyways, it kind of goes along this line. We have an MC, and then we feature like 5 or 6 different women of Brown County and tell their stories. Last year it was women in the media. This year is stories of intrigue from
And
dating.
they sound very good.
It dates kind of from like 1892 to 1930. So
And these really are true stories of Brown County residents.
yes, intriguing stories of women in their various lives that they lived. But yeah, so we'll have probably 5 different people that you're going to meet, and then our MC host. So that's going to take place. We had a date change. Everyone note, date change. This program is going to take place on Thursday, March 21st at 6 p.m. at Turner. It does include dinner. So come join us. Tickets are available at the Chamber and at the BCHS. So
And this used to be like the March Women's History deal.
Yeah.
But it's not just for women at all.
No,
I mean,
no.
Everyone is invited.
everyone's
so,
welcome.
Yes.
And like last year, there was a fair percentage of males that attended. This
so
is for everyone.
for everyone,
And this
yeah.
is just it's a good time.
It is. It's hilarious.
These
Yeah.
stories are
Mhm.
interesting.
Intriguing. I heard a few of them yesterday, and they're intriguing. Yes.
Right.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. She did what? Oh, you just feel it.
Yes. Yes.
And this is, I just want to give a shout out to this is part of the Marjorie F. Gislason Speaker Series. So thank you to Dan and Nancy Gislason for making this program possible for us.
It's wonderful. Okay, and that's going to be at Turner Hall. So, and again, good food, I heard also. So
Yes.
it's going to be great. Yes. Okay, then you've got exhibits.
Exhibits, yes. So let's see. Right now we do have a guest curator visiting with us, and that's William Eibner. He's got an exhibit called Cottonwood Bill's Semi-Worthless Gemstones. It was featured in the journal a few weeks ago, so more information on that. But that will be up through March. And then our curator is currently putting together an exhibit called The Rise and Fall of Brown County's Flour Mills. And so that's going to open probably the end of March.
Which is
So-
going to be very interesting. I mean, especially Sleepy Eye in New Ulm, that was such a big industry. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So another thing that's happening in March is we will begin on Monday, March 25th, to collect books for our book sale. So we'll have the bins out in the parking lot starting on Monday, the 25th. So please come and contribute your books if you have them sitting around and you are looking for them to be well rehomed. We are interested in receiving them.
So books,
Books.
DVDs,
Books, DVDs,
and puzzles.
and puzzles. Puzzles are a huge seller.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so simple. Like literally, you drive through. They've got these big Rubbermaid totes. You throw them in and you drive off. It's
Yeah.
so simple. You make it really easy for us.
And I just also want to note, thank you very much for everyone who donates books to us, because this is one of our larger fundraisers that we have a year. So thank you for your contributions to supporting the Brown County Historical Society.
Exactly, right.
The sale itself, though, is happening, and that starts on April 18th. It's a Thursday, and that one is for members only. So you get first come, first serve on the books.
So why wouldn't you want to become a member?
So become a member.
Right.
We would love it. Let's see, and then it's open to the public on Friday, the 19th, and Saturday, the 20th. So,
Perfect. And
come
there's
on down.
that room, the annex room is always full
Yes.
of books. So,
And
yes.
This is book sale is made possible because of volunteers. So we have a volunteer coordinator and co-coordinator who line this up. They find all the volunteers to work the book sale. They start working like 3 weeks before the book sale, sorting books, like very devoted group of volunteers. So thank you to our volunteers as well. So thank you.
Yeah, they're fantastic, yes. Okay, and then you've got the history book group also is meeting.
Yes. Yep. That will happen, like, I think April, let's see, which is that date? I don't have it on here. But
the
it's the second Wednesday of the, first Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, I've got April 3rd for the accidental president.
Yes. And those books are actually pulled by the library,
Okay,
and so they're available here for checkout. So if you are interested, you can visit our website or give us a call. And if you want to pick up a book, they are pulled and they're available here for checkout.
wow. And so then just come, do you have to pre-register at all
No.
for this? Just
Nope.
come?
Drop
on-
in.
Okay, on Wednesday, April 3rd at 7 o'clock. Is that in the annex or in that?
So I think if I recall correctly, the April one might actually be here because guess what? We'll be setting up for the book sale.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's gonna change this month, so
Yeah.
watch for that. If you have any
Yes.
questions, call the museum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything else?
I think that's kind of, that might
Okay,
be a
so-
call for volunteers, of course, as always. We couldn't do what we do without you.
Yes.
So we are looking for volunteers currently for the front desk.
Okay,
Usually we ask for people to commit to 2 days a month to come in for a 3 or 4 hour shift and help us out there.
and that's not, I mean, that's not a very big commitment, so that's really nice.
Right.
Yeah.
So we
So-
really appreciate that.
Mhm.
And then we're kind of thinking ahead a little bit, what's going on. School tours will be starting soon,
Mhm.
so we are looking for tour guides. Tour guides being if you want to do a downtown walking tour, or if you want to help out in the museum and talk about how we became Brown County, or
Mhm.
the U.S. Dakota War, we will train.
Mhm.
And we are looking for volunteers to be tour guides. And that also kind of goes through the summer. And then you can sign up as available, right?
Mhm.
And then the Kiesling House. The Kiesling House, of course, will be open. It's open on Fridays and Saturdays for many weekends during the summer. So we do also look for volunteers who would be interested in spending some time in the Kiesling House.
Oh my, you do need a lot of volunteers, so if you have a love of history, or just wanna get out of the house and meet other people, it's a
Right.
great way to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, but your big thing this month is She Did What, and that's Thursday, March 21st at 6 o'clock. So call the museum if you want tickets, or you can go
Yep.
online to their website also, get more information.
Yeah, you can get more information on the website as far as like getting the physical ticket. You can get
Mhm.
it at the chamber, or you can get it at the Brown County Historical Society.
Okay, and tickets must be purchased in advance. There won't be any
Yes.
available at the door, so make sure
It's
you
like-
get your ticket.
It's the Friday previous too, so is that the 14th or the
Friday-
15th?
The 15th.
The
Okay, so it
15th.
has to be, they have to be purchased by the 15th.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, but it really is gonna, it's sounding fun.
Yes, and also if you are interested in dressing up for a door prize drawing, like you get to put your name in for a door prize drawing. If you are dressed up in that era of 1892 to 1930. So I'm trying to give everyone notice so they can come up with something
Come up with a
fabulous,
costume.
intriguing.
Oh, intriguing. That sounds fun. You always have fun things going on, yes. And again, if you wanna do the ice harvesting, that's down at the Senior
Yes.
Citizen Center, and that's free, and that's on Thursday, March 14th. So
Right.
you've got a busy couple weeks in there.
We
Yes.
do, yeah.
Yes. All right, we'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back. We have some people here from the Grand Center for Arts and Culture. So we've got Tamara Firth, and we also have the new Executive Director, John Kellen. So welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome
Glad to be
New
here.
Ulm.
Yeah, thrilled to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm from Wilmer originally. I grew up there, and then I went to Gustavus to school. Ended up down in Arizona for graduate school. Worked in international franchise development for many years, and real estate, and taught at the University of Arizona, but about 5 years ago I moved back to take care of aging parents. So kind of reconnecting with sense of place and connecting to Minnesota, and realized how many really amazing organizations that support the arts. And I'm an artist myself. I'm a photographer and writer and filmmaker. And I found out about the Grand New Ulm about a year ago, and I thought, oh my gosh, what an amazing place. And
Right.
fast forward a year, they were looking for a new executive director, and I thought, wow, what a great position to take. And so I just recently moved here about 2 months ago, so just
Okay.
relocating. So
So are you just loving it?
I do, yeah.
Yes.
There's so many really amazing things going on in New Ulm. That really am impressed with the community and how people are really engaged in the different, whether it's the Chamber of Commerce, the Downtown Action Committee, the State Street Theater,
Right.
the museums. Yeah, you have a lot to offer here in New Ulm.
And we were talking that before, that there's always something going on. You know, it's just, there's always, and how we collaborate with each other, with different groups and so forth is really, really nice too. You don't always have that in different towns, so
Right,
this is
yeah.
fun.
Well, when I
Yeah.
saw the Grand New Ulm, I thought, boy, what a treasure you have here, not just locally, but really regionally.
Right.
And that now that I'm working with Ann and Tamara and the others at the Grand, really looking at, what is the vision to really create a sustainable legacy here, to really be an arts hub for the whole region here. So,
Right,
very,
right,
very fun.
yeah. And the whole story about how the Gross family came back and bought this building in its disrepair and made it into what it is today is another wonderful story
Yeah.
for downtown, for New
Sure.
Ulm
Yeah.
and the region,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I love history. I'm really fascinated by all that transpired, and as I've been working one-on-one with Ann to really try to absorb as much institutional knowledge. There's so much, 25 years that they've been working on
Right.
this. I've been going through kind of photo archives of what the place looked like, and oh my gosh, they have put a ton of work and money, and they had a regional award for historical renovation.
Oh, neat.
And so, yeah, they really have done a great
It
job
is.
of restoring the building and creating a space that really fosters the arts and culture here. So
It
yeah.
really is a neat story,
Yes,
right,
yeah.
right.
So-
But you've got some stuff going on at
Lots.
so January is always quiet for you guys. February ramps up, but it seems like March is like crazy there right now. So it's good.
Yes, it is. It's exciting. We love to have people in our building and engaged, like John said, in the arts. And so, yes, we've got, of course, our regular Friday nights in the cabaret, and really, I think some fun groups coming in this
Oh my
month.
gosh, yes.
We're starting off with kind of that Celtic vibe, for all those Irish fans out there getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. A fun group, Bonnie Drunken Lad. They're going to be playing 1st of March, so Friday, March 1st. Then we've got some local musicians on the 8th. We've got Mal Murphy out of Mankato. And then we've got on the 15th, Nate Boots. And on the 22nd, we've got Traveled Ground. He's played at the Grand several times out of Waconia. Just a real fun, like Americana vibe to his music. And then we finish off the month with Eli Gardner on the 29th. So yeah,
just
every
think
night,
there's-
every Friday is
And
booked.
like you say, there's something different. Like when I was reading about the Bonnie Drunken Lad, I thought, now, doesn't that sound fun with
Yes.
with this kind of music? But and then the next one is more of a
Kind of
country,
folk singer,
country,
songwriter, yeah.
right? So you've got there's something for everyone right now.
Just had
Yes.
jazz last week. We
Yes.
tried to mix it up, try to have something of interest for anybody, different
It
musical
really
styles.
is. Yes. It sounds fun. Okay, and then you've got open mic night also.
Yes, so we have a few other things that happen in the cabaret as well. We have our open mic night, which is a Thursday, that's March 14th. And that's for singers, musicians, but also we've had poetry reading, we've had
Okay.
comedy. So any of those talents that you want to share with the community, it's really developed into a neat group of people that,
Really? Okay.
it's just really, I think, a safe space for people who want to try and put themselves out there a little bit as an entertainer. So that is run by Molly and Sunny Boy, and that's from 7 to 9 on
Okay.
the 14th. We've also got our film series that we're continuing. We partner with New Ulm Film Society, and that film will be on the 21st. And this, I think, is kind of a favorite of film buffs, Metropolis. So it's a silent film from back in 1927, iconic German expressionist film. So I think there are a lot of people in cinema that would recognize that title, and it's really worth checking out. Some of those films too, you watch the styles and techniques of long ago and how that even translates into a lot of today's films, how they would kind of borrow a lot of that from the past. But we'll be screening that, and then we also have
Do you,
our.
now, do you have to, and it's free? You
These
don't
are
have to-
free
okay.
events, yes.
And
all
that's the
these
other
are free
thing too,
events.
like all the music at the cabaret too, that's always free, which is great. If you just wanna come down for an hour or so, it's completely fine, right?
But
Okay,
it is free, although it isn't free in the sense that it's free to the public.
right.
But as a nonprofit, as part of the story we're trying to tell, it's like, well, we rely on our donors, on our members. We're actively writing grants, so about 2/3 is covered by that. And then some of it is through programming, and so try to keep the lights on and making sure, because when we say free, it's like free. What's
Right.
the commercial, right? So,
Right.
But there is,
There's-
we really rely on the generosity of our members and our donors, which allows us then to bring these really talented acts to the grant
Exactly,
for everybody, so
right.
then they can come.
They can come,
Yes.
yes, and we can enjoy, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm. Okay,
Yes.
then what else do you have going on
So
here?
one last thing I want to mention in the cabaret is our
Yes.
Indigenous Flute and Drum
yes.
Circle, led by a member, Deb Egland. And that's been fun to watch that group kind of develop too. Once a month
Right.
they meet, and she provides instruments, and again, no experience needed, just come and try something different. And then, to gain an appreciation too, just for these instruments and music.
And this was in the Journal a few weeks ago,
Yes,
wasn't it?
it
Or-
was.
Yes, it was interesting, so, right, yeah, you don't have to
Yeah.
have any talent, they're gonna help you.
Yes, and instruments, so. we're
Right.
Good. So we've got that in the cabaret. We've got a fun exhibit up in our gallery this month. It's the Youth Area Art Exhibit, and we always love doing this because it just, oh my gosh, brings so much color and joy to our walls. So we have students from pre-K through 8th grade, and just hundreds of pieces. So it's stop by, check it out. A lot of really neat art.
Amazingly
Kids are
talented
so
young
talented.
people.
Crazy,
As Tamara was hanging it the last few days, like, oh my gosh, these are how old?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they must have some really great teachers, Bridget Gusso and the
The
other.
middle school, yes, we have to do a shout out to our art teachers. Bridget's been instrumental at the middle school getting kids involved. We've had support from the NUACs and Riverbend, so a lot of,
That's
fantastic.
and then
Very
just community
impressed with the
members
talented,
too.
Okay.
Kids that have come in, brought their
Yeah,
work in,
yeah,
so
yeah, it's
Oh,
fun,
that's
fun.
neat.
Yeah,
it's a
come check it
fun,
out.
fun mix.
Good
So
thing
we
to
have-
foster.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And it's exciting to be able to see your work in a public place, like kids will hang it on the fridge, but to have it in a public space is
Yeah,
something
a
special.
Nice
for-
gallery with nice lighting,
Yes.
and we're gonna have a reception for them, public reception this evening from 6:30 to 8:30, and so come on down and see, these kids and
Yeah.
kind of spur them on.
So, and the four pillars, if they wanna come up and see that exhibit or the one that's coming up, that's open anytime?
So during our office hours, which are Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 4, and then on
Okay.
Saturday, we're open from 11 to 4.
Okay.
And we
So
do
they can
have
come upstairs
elevator access in the back.
Oh,
so
that's right,
Yeah.
okay.
for those steps. And then following that, we have another kind of student exhibit, but it's a little bit older student. We partner with Mankato State University, Liz Miller, her installation art class, and they always also bring just phenomenal work to the gallery. So that'll be starting then the week after this closes,
Okay.
so late March.
And that'll be open throughout all of April, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, okay.
So we've got that, and then we do have, of course, our programming. We've got a couple of different classes going on. We have, of course, our art therapy class, which runs twice a month, and this is, again, geared toward middle schoolers, and really just kind of a fun space to create and connect with peers, and it's led by Bridget Gusso. So those dates are the 13th and the 27th of March, and we just ask that people call. So it's free, it's provided through a grant, but we like to know how many to expect, so we have enough supplies for everyone.
Okay.
So just to call the grant, and our number's 359-9222.
Okay,
So,
and that's March 13th and the 27th, okay.
yes. And then another class coming up in March is our Kids Create class.
That
so it
looked
used
fun.
to be, you know, a kids learn to paint class,
Right.
but our instructor Rhonda Johnson wanted to have just a little more freedom with what the kids would do. So we're doing, yes, a class, Kids Create. So it's sometimes painting or a craft. I'm not sure exactly yet, but
And it looks like online, it looked like more towards like Easter fun
Yes,
stuff too.
yep, and
like
Easter
colorful
themed.
spring stuff. So that
Yes.
looked really fun. Yeah.
yeah. And then I don't know if you wanted to mention some things in Cellar Press. We'll probably
Sure.
have another artist resident coming up, but
Mhm.
we have some classes down there, unfortunately full, but
Yeah.
if you want to.
Well, and you know, that's really, you know, we're really excited to see them filling up. And so we're going to be
Absolutely.
offering additional classes. We're looking at dates and getting the artists in. So we bring in a really talented artist from around the region to do different classes. For people not familiar with the Cellar Press, it's really extraordinary. We have the largest collection of antique presses outside the Twin Cities. So we have 15 different presses. We have 2 Vandercooks, 3 Vandercooks. We have a 1938 Kluge press. These are old, ancient types of an art form. We also recently received a generous donation out of Mankato. Ollie West was a long time, worked at the Pioneer Press. And we have recently received a donation of bookbinding equipment. So we're going to be offering book arts classes going forward. And we've recently hired a part-time Cellar Press coordinator, Karen Patsky, who has a degree from Art Institute in Chicago. She's phenomenal. She's done archive work in libraries. And so she's teaching classes on making books and restoring books. And so there's a lot of fun stuff coming out down there.
It is one of the ones that I noticed that was sold out already was handmade and personally designed beer coasters.
Sure.
Wouldn't that be fun? So that'll be probably a class that'll come, and so
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
I think
keep
it's
watching their website.
very popular. We'll have to do more of those.
Right, but and then there's a block printing class coming up. I think it's next month. I think it's in April.
Mhm.
That looked really neat too. So
Yeah, so just check our website.
Yes.
We really try to keep that updated as far as what's going on. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, just call or stop in.
and it's
Sorry.
very simple. If you want to register for a class, you can register right on your website and
Yep.
and put in there. And if like I say, if it's sold out, it's going to tell you right there too. So
Yeah.
your website is great.
Yeah, kind of a heads up. So in May 4th, I believe it is, it's the 5-year anniversary for Cellar Press. And so we're bringing in, I think, 8 or 9 different instructors. So if people want to come, it's going to be an open house. We're going to have all sorts of presses being run and kind of free gifts for people to come and see what it's working. Andy Commons coming from Mankato. He was instrumental in helping set this up. Also, a gentleman, John Drew from forget what suburb, Maple Grove or something up in the Twin Cities, but he's on the Minnesota Printmakers like Hall of Fame, and so these are really some of the best printmakers in the whole state will be here to help us celebrate
And
in
that'll
May.
be May 4th.
Yes.
So more information, we'll
Yes,
talk about that
next
again next
time,
month,
yeah.
but May 4th is, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, get down in that neat basement
Yeah.
at the Grand, yeah.
Yeah, when you talk about history, you look at those walls, and if
Oh
walls could
my
talk,
goodness,
it's like
yes.
from the
I know.
1850s, sometimes I
Yes.
think, ooh,
Right.
knowing the history, and I love history, and I
Exactly,
think sometimes
yes.
when I'm down there by myself, like,
Uh-huh,
yeah, who's all been down here over the years?
exactly. Well, and
Yeah.
that was even a hospital during the Dakota conflict, so you just think, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
that-
mhm.
yeah, if walls could talk.
If they could, yes, right.
Exactly, yes. Anything else that's coming up that we should mention?
I think that covers it, yeah.
Yeah, just,
Okay.
just want to welcome people. It's a space for the community. We'd love to have people come in and experience it. And we have some artist studio spaces. We've got a number of artists that are actually working upstairs. Watercolor, photography, weaving. There's a massage therapist up there if you want to come and get a massage. And so there's,
So the building is used by a lot of different, and then Noel Mary Foundation has an
Yeah.
office in
Yeah.
there as well.
And
so-
German Bohemian Society.
Oh, that's right, German Bohemian
yeah,
Society,
yeah,
so
they
it's
have the
great
hun-
that,
yeah, they
yes.
have the honeymoon suite. One of
Yes.
the best
Isn't that
real
great?
estate in the
Oh,
whole
it's
place.
beautiful, yes.
Yeah, I heard the stories. They got married up on the hill in the church. They came down and had their reception, and then they went to the honeymoon suite.
Yes,
So it
it is,
that
but the
was-
view up there is gorgeous,
It is.
yes.
It is
Yeah.
nice. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to be on the very first first board of the Grand Center. So that was before anything was done on the second and third
Oh,
floor.
you've seen it
So
come a long way.
yes,
yeah.
it's amazing. So I appreciate it, I think, even more what you guys have all done there. So it's an incredibly beautiful building.
We'll have to come and interview you then.
Yeah.
I think, when we start.
There you go. That's right.
Thank you
That's
for
right.
having us.
Yes, thank you. All right. Thank you for joining us this month for Something Artsy. We'll see you next month.